What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another backtesting video. We are backtesting the next week of February. So far, this is what I have for my results. And honestly, this was a really tough loss that I had last session. Totally okay with it, but I learned a lot. This week was really bad, and I feel like I learned a lot of my mistakes. And I think that really showed in this week. So I believe that if I come back like in a few months and I re-backtest February 2020, that this 100% is going to have different results. So I'm backtesting from the 17th through the 21st. We're going to try to go through it a little bit quicker because I feel like I've been pretty slow, but also at the same time, this is more for me to build a library because eventually I want to have every single month up to the present month, which is August 13th, 2026. So I have quite a few ways to go, but if I keep doing a week per day, it's going to fly by relatively quickly. So hopping into the session here, and let's see what we can do. Let's remove these drawings. Let's remove these drawings as well. I am exporting a video right now of the back testing that I just showed you guys, and then I'm going to be posting that on YouTube. So if that shows up here, that's why. But let's start off on the weekly time frame because it's a Monday. Man, this is really slow. So we have not put in our bottom wick yet. We've already swept previous week high and we're at all-time highs. Still, oh wait, we have put in a bottom wick. Let's see, I'm looking at these numbers right here. What's the low? 34.25. What's the open? 35. Okay, so we have made our bottom wick. It's just very, very tiny. Moving down to the 4-hour time frame, we are inside of this 4-hour fair value gap here. So I don't know what's going to happen here. If we're going to respect it and shoot back up to all-time highs, this could potentially be a draw here. And let's go to the 2. I mean, we do have this unfilled 2-hour fair value gap, but that's basically an Asia low. So I'm going to mark out Asia low here. That looks to be the current DOL. And then we might flush lower to fill up this volume imbalance down here. Anything above here, we have an unfilled 1-hour fair value gap up here. And then we have London highs if we were to go back up into the range up here. So we have some reasons to move lower and then to move higher. We have this guy, we can have something like this, or we can just flush and continue to go down. Obviously, only two possible answers here. Wow, this is really slow. We also have an unfilled 30-minute fair value gap here. Anything on the 15? We'd have a 15 up here, but the 30-minute will be sufficient. So let's go down to the 1-minute time frame here. We do have relative equal highs, low resistance. We have this high here. We have this high here. So if we do get a Judas, because technically this is a 4-hour as well. Don't like it when it does that. Yeah, technically, we're inside of this 4-hour fair value gap. This is also a 1-hour ITL. So slash 1-hour intermediate term low, because it's a low inside of a fair value gap here. So we can react and get an inversion back up to the upside here. We do have a lot of low resistance liquidity here, so I wouldn't be surprised if price wants to open, manipulate lower into Asia lows and the 1-hour ITL, get a V-shaped recovery, tag into this 1 hour, and then this will make our decision as where do we want to go from there. So that's kind of what I'm thinking for today's session. Let's go to the 30-second, just in case there is a Judas. Was that really market open? Jeez, we didn't really do anything. Okay, so generating more LR, low resistance liquidity. I do believe that we're probably going to take the 30-minute at this point. Okay, we do. No real entry for me here. If anything, now I kind of want to target Asia low in this 1-hour ITH now that we have a little bit more low resistance and we have relative equal lows. Oh, we have equal lows actually. So we have equal lows here. So, and then we also have low resistance liquidity right here. So we do get a stop hunt. I do like this. We are in a place to distribute, being that 30-minute fair value gap. This is kind of going to be my condition here. I mean, I guess it's not really that, well, I guess I can use this as the range, but then I would have to use this as my condition, this 30-minute up here, or what's the hourly? We do have an hourly up there too, so maybe my bias just might be wrong, but I do like these equal lows down here if we can get some sort of a flush. Is this a holiday? February 13th, February 17th is Feb 17th, 2020 a holiday. Oh, it's President's Day. Is the market open? Is the market... Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, the market's closed. All right, that's why. I mean, I figured with the low volatility. So I'm actually going to skip. We're going to move on to the 1 minute. I want to see if those relative equal lows do get hit, but I would not be trading this day because it is a holiday. And you can tell because of the low volatility, like, why are we leaving volume imbalances in New York AM session? That should never happen. And as you can tell, like, look at this, like, this is really not the best price action you want to be trading in. Yeah, all right, so we're going to skip this day and do it from the top. So I guess this will make the video faster. So now we have previous week low right here. Previous week low. We have all-time highs up here. And we have yet to put in a daily high, a daily wick. Yeah, so we have a daily devil's mark here. Daily devil's mark. That means basically a wickless candle. We also have an unfilled daily fair value gap right here. Moving down to the 4-hour time frame, we are in this 4-hour. Oh, so this is just straight up a new week opening gap. Or a new day opening gap, one of the gaps. And we have low resistance down here as well. So we have London low, we have Asia high, and then we have the devil's mark. We did briefly sweep into this 30-minute. It's kind of not that deep of a sweep, so we have a 30-minute ITL here. I could see both directions right now, but I mean, ideally we want to fill this up. But we have so much LR here. All right. And this should be a like these all should be protected. We should not want to go back down. Oh my gosh, and look at these. Oh no, we did sweep out this high right here. I don't love that for longs. But we do have LR, low resistance liquidity here. Is there a high time frame fair value gap that we can use that's going to open up? The only thing is we're going to have this 30-minute ITL. So best case right now is market opens, manipulate, resweeps that, get a Judas higher, and then we attack Asia highs and all of this up here. Onto the 15. Is there really anything? Not really. Maybe we have an unfilled 15 down here, but the 30-minute should be enough to move us higher. And then where are we in the range from here to here? Well, this would be the range. All right, so let's play price out, see what we get. I wouldn't mind a Judas to the upside here. So let's see what we get. So there's a sweep. I actually really like this for longs because what do? We take out this, we take out this, we take out this, we take out this. So we do have a very nice stop hunt here. I do think the next candle is going to kind of explode here. And I do think that this is a protected low. And I do think that we're going to go up here and target these guys. The only thing right now I'm debating is playing an extra candle here to see if we get like a better close, because ideally I would like to enter on a 30-second closure. But the fact that we swept out this is very strong for me. It's a 30-minute ITL. I'm genuinely thinking about front running this. My only concern is getting reswept, But if I get reswept, I'm just genuinely wrong about the trade and we're probably just going to go lower. But I really do think that we're going to go higher here. I just don't know. Like, would I really take this at market open 30 seconds into it is the question. Like, this is what I've also seen so many times with my Judases. So let's pull up the W's. And let's specifically show the befores as well, specifically a long preferably. That's not really a good example. I think like this would be a good example. Like, do you see how we swept out this low here and we reacted heavily? We didn't have a strong body close like this one, but we swept it out. I think this one is a much better example here. So you can see how, wow, that's really unfortunate. You can see how here we barely sweep out this low and we have a very strong wick here, or not a wick, but like we have a close above it. So I think I'm going to take it. And if I lose, I lose. I front ran it. I do believe this is a protected stop, and I do believe I'll be able to sneak out a 1-to-1 here. Let's just see if ES is in a place to distribute themselves. Wow, it really does not look like it, but ES has equal highs. Yeah, equal highs. ES swept out this low. It swept out this low. It didn't sweep out these equal lows. So that's my main concern right now. I think, oh man, it's like the fact that I'm thinking about it so much says I should probably wait. So I'm going to wait. And the reason why I'm fading this is because ES kind of looks bad and is not in a place to distribute. Not that like going lower would put us in a place to distribute. I just don't like how ES has equal highs and equal lows. But also ES has nowhere to manipulate to besides higher. Yeah, all right. You know what? I am going to take this just because I don't think ES is going to manipulate lower. I think ES is just going to start ripping higher here. So I'm going to take this here. We're going to front run this 30-second. And we're going to go on the 5-second and see. All right, that was scary. But we are moving higher now. And there's TP. Bang. So that was a protected stop. That makes complete sense. And we did hit Asia highs. So we didn't need to go resweep these equal lows because even though ES wasn't in a place to distribute, there was no reason for it to go lower. The only maybe reason to go is to take those equal lows. But ES did not have anything below here to resweep. And we've been making higher highs and higher lows to the unfilled DOL, which is up here. So that's why I took that trade, and that made complete sense in my head. So I'm gonna journal it. And yeah, especially once we got, I think that's a fine trade. And then we just keep ripping higher. So I'm very happy with that trade. I do think it makes complete sense. Let's journal it. And let's also see, like, what else can I say about this trade? Oh, we also had an unfilled 4-hour for value gap here. Wait, where was the entry? Entry was like right here. So, like, I guess this is an unfilled 1 hour in a way. I'm just going to say, like, realistically, I can probably hold to the devil's mark. Let's see. Did that ever go? Oh, wow, we just chop around. Really? All right, but we do take it. Okay. All right, so this is how I'm going to do it here. Because I want to show that we swept in. We didn't sweep these, but I want to show that we swept these guys. All right. So this. And then let's show this. So we have low resistance liquidity. Right here. We have relative equal highs up here. Relative equal highs. And then we have a very clear stop hunt right there. All right, let's journal. 30-second iFVG front run Judas at 9-30-30, literally right at market open. I really, it's targeting the daily devil's mark and the very large, I think it's a new week opening gap above us. I think what really sold me on this idea was the stop hunt prior to the iFVG that we front ran. We took a lot of sell side and had a very strong reaction higher, specifically there, specifically here, specifically this stop hunt here is what I've seen before, and I love this what's it called? Not pattern, but a signature in price. I've seen this happen so many times to where I feel confident in putting on risk in these situations. I didn't like how we swept out this high during pre-market because it made me feel that I might have been targeting high resistance, but the low resistance liquidity leading up to the new high rebuilt my conviction for this trade idea. All right. During this trade, I wasn't that nervous about it because I've seen it so many times at this point, but I would be lying if my heart didn't sink a little when I saw that first down close candle. But of course, we ended up ripping higher to my TP after, so I know that I was on sides and correct with my trade idea. Like this signature right here specifically is so good. Yes, we didn't take out this 15, but we didn't need to because we swept out into the 30. Notice how we didn't tag into the 15-minute fair value gap here. That was because we had enough liquidity with the sweeps of the 30-minute ITL. ES was not in a place to distribute, and we did not have true manipulation. I was a little nervous about this, but ES also had equal highs, but it also had equal lows. However, I think the DOL was stronger to the upside, so I was fine with that risk. Could have held to the daily devil's mark if I'm him. All right, so this was 2-18-20. Really good sign here. So this was the manipulation. Just mark that out in purple. And let's screenshot that. Damn, this is really slow. All right, so that's gonna go in the Judas. It's gonna go in the Judas W's. And then let's do our pre-picture, which is right there. I'm so proud of myself for like front running something. Like that's how much confidence I had in this trade idea. All right, let's play a candle. There we go. All right, let's delete that, put the bare minimum stuff on. I'm not even gonna like show that. Yeah, that's really all I want to show here. Boom, bing, boom. And then let's show the, oh no, this is continuations, Judas before. Dude, I love this method of journaling. I say it every time. I think I'm so grateful that I like discovered this way of doing it. This is what I just did, right? Yeah, the front run. Did I talk about the front run? I didn't really front. Did I say that? Let's see. Yeah, all right. I mean, they could see that. Or I could see that when I revert back to it. All right. Very good. I know a lot of you guys probably wouldn't take that. But, I mean, that's just what I'm taking. So I'm going to... Yeah, I don't even want to look at the rest of the session. Oh, crap. I didn't take my trade. Damn it. I got to go back and log it. Sorry, 1 second. Bro. Bruh. Oh my gosh, you're joking. Could I not go back? Alright, I need to reload it. Damn, FX replay is like, it's really good, but also it does have its issues for sure. They should be even, not down 500. Like, it's so laggy. But maybe that's just because I'm exporting a 15 gigabyte video as well, so that's my fault. Alright, there we go. So that was the long. Stop there. Juan to Juan. Order. Save. Next day. Damn, like this is ridiculous. Let's go. I need a faster computer. Let's go down to the daily. So we are at all-time highs again. Previous day lows pretty far. I really doubt we'll get down here. Just gonna mark it just we have it though. We have a 4-hour ITL, intermediate term low. And then we have an unfilled 4-hour for value gap right here as well. 2, 1. This 4-hour ITL is actually London low. And then we have Asia low down here. And then we have an unfilled 1-hour here. A lot of low resistance liquidity though. I wouldn't mind seeing something internal here, targeting all of this. How does the 1 minute look? It looks pretty good. Like if we can get a Judas higher, targeting all of this, like I wouldn't be opposed to that. The only thing is, what am I targeting? A 1 hour? Oh, it's actually a 1 hour. Okay, so yeah, I could see that. Technically, it's also a 15-minute ITL, but that makes sense. Like, if we can get a Judas, like, if we can get this, market opens, Judas here, inversion, I'd be interested. Okay, we do. I like this. I like this. I don't see any inversion, though, is the thing. And now we're, yeah, it's, I honestly want to see if we can resweep this and get a 30-second somewhere. All right, well, that's crazy. So now we've made relative equal lows. We did sweep this one. All right, yeah, that looks really good. Because now what am I targeting? I'm targeting this low here. I'm targeting this low, all of this leading up to a 1 hour. We have technically a stop hunt right here. And then we have a very strong V shape. And it's the highest time frame inversion. Let's see if we can kind of paint the picture on ES. The only issue is ES is in this massive gap here. And it might want to fill it. But we did sweep out Asia. We are hitting this 1 hour order block, I think. I'm not really good with OBs. We do have London down here. Plenty of low resistance. We are rejecting, closing below here, it looks like. We do have a very tiny unfilled 15. So I could see that for sure. But I really like the draws lower. I do think that this is a good Judas here. Yes, we did take a lot of it, but ES also made equal lows here and still has room to go lower. The only thing is I don't love the bullish SMT, but I think this is good enough to take a chance at this. I'm going to, like, the main issue is, like, trying to squeeze out a 1-to-1 here. Because, like, if we hit the top of this, like, we're probably wrong. So I'm going to go something like this. Break even's going to be at the 1 hour. I mean, I feel like I'm just trading Judases at this point. All right, let's see. Yeah, I got stopped. Damn it. All right, well, why did this fail? Well, trading at all-time highs, bullish SMT, targeting a swing low here, but I liked these ones as well. I don't think that was a terrible loss. Did we end up going? See, so now we're just generating more liquidity. So maybe this was high resistance because I was targeting, well, actually, no, I was inside of a 15-minute as well. But I was just assuming that that 15-minute was going to get ran through. But technically, this was high resistance that I was targeting. And if I want to target a high resistance low, I need way more low resistance. So I do think that this is going to get taken. It was just a little bit early. And I think that this actually might be a better entry. So let's see. I wonder if this works now. So that is the highest time frame inversion. 945 is going to open up. I don't think there's a reason to resweep us. Let's see. So maybe my draw is just wrong here. Because now we have 945 PO3. So 945 opens high. 10 a.m. is about to open up, and we're still at all-time highs. ES has so much LR now. No unfilled 5, no unfilled 15. So much LR. So we do sweep out this high barely. Okay, there's another sweep. And we just kind of coast the rest of the session. All right, so just my draw was just wrong today. That's all it was. I mean, I'm trying to short at all-time highs. ES still had this massive gap here. So that's also a reason why this failed. So next time, if I see ES with a massive new week opening gap that has yet to been filled, let's not short next time. So that's the lesson I guess I learned. I already kind of knew that lesson. I've also just seen, I've seen situations where the new week opening gap wants to take some sell side before closing the actual gap. So I guess that's the reason why I took it. But also there was an SMT here. It wasn't the best. Like, I felt like I knew in the back of my mind that I was really kind of pushing it. But, that's okay. Even though I took a loss here, I'm not mad because I'm trying to learn and I'm trying to make mistakes so I don't make them in the live markets. So I'm going to journal like this. I want to show that we swept out. So we didn't sweep out this, but we had like equal low, or I think this is really all I need to show here. That specifically. All right. 30-second Judas iFVG entry at 9:34 technically after the close. Targeting an unfilled 1 hour for value gap. And the low resistance liquidity leading up to it. LR. I think there are a few obvious issues to this trade. The main one was that ES still, oh no, let's talk about how we're at all time. The main one was how we are trading at all-time highs. ES also hadn't filled its new week opening gap and still had plenty of room to move higher. Also, we had a bullish SMT at my entry. None of my back testing trades have this for a Judas I think that mentally I was feeling good after taking a win from yesterday, that I felt overly confident when I should have seen the red flags for this trade. We just like swept out a lot of like specifically this wick here was not good for the Judas because it took out a decent amount of low resistance liquidity that I was targeting. Yes, we still had a good amount of low resistance liquidity, but none of your trades look like this in back testing. So this was kind of forced on your half. Also, just completely got the bias wrong today. Next time, if you see a strong wick that takes out some of your low resistance liquidity, don't take that Judas. All right, so this is 2-19-20. I think that was a good study. You know, even though it lost, I genuinely don't care that it lost. I learned something, and I will apply that next time. So I will not make that mistake again. So this is a Judas L. Damn, I only got one of them in here. Yeah, like, this is such an obvious L because we don't have more low resistance. I'm targeting this and that low resistance, like, that sucks. Kind of same thing here. The low resistance is better on this side, but it's kind of similar. All right, so now I know, like, there's a pattern as to, like, what is going on with me. So stop taking those types of trades. Was there really anything afterwards? We kind of had a 5-minute here. Let's see. Actually, this is pretty good here. We had an initial mitigation sweep. The only thing is it's super late in the session at 10:40. So, like, I think that this is actually a really good idea. Plenty of low resistance. 1 minute iFVG right here. And then your entries here. Stop loss, I guess, is at the... I don't think I would have wanted to put it there, but... Oh, we still wouldn't have even hit TP. Alright, there would have been TP. I think actually this is a really good idea here. Because we stop hunt here, inside of a fair value gap. Very strong reaction. 1 swing high, 2 swing highs. We have I think that's actually a really good trade here. I'm going to journal this one as well. All all-time highs. And where are we relative to the range though? We're not in a discount though, is the thing. So I think that kind of sucks, but if we do here to here, we definitely are in a discount. All right, I'm gonna journal this as well. So entry, so this is a 1 minute iFVG, 5 minute continuation. Is this sponsored? No, this is not really sponsored. Five-minute continuation. Entry at 10:41. This was not sponsored. However, the DOL is very obvious, being all-time highs. With multiple swing points, this one here, this one here. I really like how we have multiple swing points leading up to our high time frame DOL being all-time highs. A plus stop hunt prior to the iFVG and very strong displacement. We actually have 2 stop hunts prior to the iFVG, making this a very high probability trade. Yes, we had a very slow distribution to our TP. However, this can be expected because this trade was towards the end of the session. All right, let's screenshot this. This is a continuation. Oh my gosh, I dig so many continuations. Yeah, that's such a good trade. That's an A+ trade, man. All right, let's take off the lipstick. And let's go back here. Let's put it in the before. Wow. Dude, I'm gonna make it, man. After seeing this, my brain is drained. All right, let's go to the next day. We're already on Thursday, so just 2 more days. Starting from the top on the weekly. Nothing really on the weekly. Let's go down to the daily. All right, so we have all-time highs. We have previous day low. Let's check the 4. We have a 4-hour ITL here. Technically another one down there as well. Let's mark that guy out. I don't really like the 2 hour that much. Kind of skip over it. Let's go to the 1. So we have London high here. We have Asia high right before all-time highs if we want to go back up there. And then this 4 hour ITL is also an Asia low. I'm leaning a little bit more bearish as we are respecting bearish and disrespecting bullish, it seems like. How are we going to get there though? Like how are we going to continue to move lower? Well, we have this 30-minute ITL or ITH. Is there a 15-minute we can use? We are using a 15-minute, so we do this 15-minute ITH. But we do have all of this LR here. I don't really know what my DOL is going to be. I'm going to have to zoom out a little bit here. I mean, it seems like based on this range here, we disrespected bullish fair value gaps. So I am expecting this range low. I just don't know how we're really going to get there. Yeah. So I'm a little bit more bearish today. We do have this low resistance, so I do like it. So if we can get a AMD here, I think I'd try to see if we can get that Judas. So we do get a Judas. We sweep out all of that, but not really a fair value gap for me to enter on. Yes, I could enter on the CISD. I'm just not confident in that yet. And I don't like how we have a wick here. If we can get another sweep, I think that this might be protected though, and we might start running. Oh, good. Okay, great. So we do get another sweep. And what are we doing now? Looks like we're going higher. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Very strong displacement candle lower. We did make equal highs here. And we aren't really delivering off of anything. Yeah, like we literally have no fair value gap here. I mean, technically we're holding the 15, but this is not really something I like. I'm definitely not going to short against that. And if it plays, it plays. But I'd rather wait, have this generate low resistance, tap into the 4, see if we can get a reversal. Yeah, so that's just going to run. Equal highs, though, I'm just not going to short against equal highs. But I could see this is just getting ran now. So there's the 4 hour ITL and Asia lows. We are getting a very strong reaction here. Still nothing I really love. We are starting to generate LR here. Is there an unfilled 5 or something? No, but we still have those equal highs. This might be protected at this point. Yeah, it's probably protected, but I don't feel comfortable longing. There's just nothing really, there's no, like, I guess this is the manipulation, but I would want a clear V shape, and we didn't get that. Put another candle. Yeah, so like, here's the 1 minute here. This is like 100% something that Dodgy would take. I think I have to grow into this. I've never taken a trade like this in back testing, so I'm going to fade it, although I do feel pretty confident that this is going to get hit. So my idea would look probably like that. I'm going to fade this, though. I don't like this. I know that this is probably protected, therefore this is probably protected, and I'm sure we'll go here before we go here, but I just don't have enough data for it. And the fact that it's slow, like we had a very massive push up and now we're slowing down. It's not really a good sign. I would have wanted it to be pretty immediate. But I do like So I'm going to take this off because I do like this now. We have a 5-minute that's sponsored via the 4-hour, which should be protected. And this is actually really good because we're generating LR leading to those equal highs. So if I can find an entry model here and we can get some sort of a liquidity sweep, like we're already sweeping here, we swept this. I think I would like to see it a little bit lower. So we swept out this, and now we're getting a displacement higher. I do really like this idea. Equal highs, low resistance. Let's see where we are in the range. I mean, yeah, we're like such a premium. So the question is, do I wait for, here's the initial mitigation. Do I wait for an initial mitigation sweep, or do I just take it because the DOL is so good? ES has equal lows on the 32nd, but I mean, does that really mean anything? Not really. I do like the displacement here. I do like the inversion. That's the highest time frame. My fear is just we resweep this, but then again, like 10 a.m. opens low. Like we don't have a super clear resweep. Like if we resweep this, that would be a very clear resweep, and we only have 2 of these, but I'm just afraid that I'm gonna basically miss the move here. Like this is the exact scenario that I'm having trouble with. How do I know? Do I wait for a resweep here, or do I just take this and say that this is the resweep, or this is the resweep, or this low is a resweep? I think I'm gonna wait because it's not obvious to me. All right, so I was wrong to wait. So maybe I just gotta pull the damn trigger. Man, see, like, all right, so I gotta journal that now. So I missed that trade. And we're gonna show it like this. What's our high time frame DOL up here? 30-minute ITH. Yeah, there's nothing really up here that I can use. So it's really just the equal highs. All right, let's first talk about this. This was a protected low in hindsight. Because we swept a 4-hour ITL and had a very strong displacement away from it. I was actually very confident that this was high resistance. Old me would have thought that these stacked lows were low resistance liquidity. So I do, in fact, feel like I am learning and getting much better. Okay, let's talk about the actual entry here. Entry at 10:03.30 technically, targeting low time frame equal highs, and high time frame was looking bullish after delivering out of the 4-hour ITL and 5-minute fair value gap for the continuation. I was actually really happy with my ability to point this trade out and know that this was the correct entry. However, I faded this because I was thinking about an initial mitigation sweep. My question was, how do I know if this is going to get reswept? I truly had no idea, but next time, if I have two stacked highs like this and low resistance liquidity leading up to equal highs, I will know that those DOLs are strong enough to where price will want to move quick, and we won't need an IMS, initial mitigation sweep. So I guess like, oh well, we didn't even sweep that one. So like, I guess this was it right here. And then this is the manipulation. All right. And then this is the entry here. Stop definitely would have been at the wick for 30 seconds at least. And then boom. So this is 2-20-20. Definitely a trade I really wanted to take, should have taken, but didn't. And that's okay, because now I learned about the initial mitigation sweep in action. So that's posted. Let's take a picture of before. Delete this, delete this, delete that, delete that, delete that. That's really all I need there. Let's draw out the fair value gap though. I can't believe I forgot about that. Okay. This is a continuation before. See, like, this is kind of what I wanted to see, but, like, we didn't really get that. It was a little sloppy. But, you know, same idea. So that's kind of what I was thinking there. And let's move on to the next day. So definitely opportunities for, you know, me to be profitable here. Like, I'm so close is what I'm saying. Like, that's what's getting me excited. I feel genuinely like I'm knocking on the door, or I'm looking at the party from across the street. I just don't have the invite yet, and I'm right there. Like, I'm so close to making the way. This is actually a previous week low. Previous week low here. Unfilled daily fair value gap here. I definitely think I want to be more bearish coming into today. Yeah, like all these stack lows here. So how are we going to be bearish? Well, we have this unfilled 4-hour up here that we can go tap in. I'm just going to mark out this sell side level just so I have it. And then let's go to the 1. We have London low right here. We also have Asia highs up here. And we have an unfilled 1 hour right here. Any 30 minutes? Yeah, I'm definitely liking shorts, all this low resistance leading up to it potentially. So really the 1 hour is what I want to see here, or if we go higher to take the 4, I wouldn't mind that either. But we have so much low resistance leading up to an unfilled 15-minute here as well. So if we can get an open high low close, so we've got these relative equal highs tap into this 1 hour, I really want to see us open high here. All right, I'm gonna reload it. Doom, 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 doom. One second. Wow, so slow. Okay, so all my stuff. All right, 9:30 opens. Where are we going? Dude, I didn't even click the refresh button. What's going on here? All right, let's go FX replay. Come on. All right. There we go. Open high. I'm liking this. Take out the high. All right. I'm not liking that at all. High here, high here, high here, high here. I'm not even going to look at ES. Like, sure, we might have an SMT, but I'm just not longing with relative equal highs like this. Yeah, we just dump without me. I mean, that's the second time this has happened. And I definitely think we're going to start sprinting down there. Yeah, we do sprint. All right, so, like, yeah, I'm seeing it, but it's just, I just don't like longing without a stop hunt. Like, where's our stop hunt here? Yes, maybe you can say we stop hunted there, but that's way more obvious. We have an unfilled 1 hour, Asia highs above. So we do take this 15. We are in here. I want to see how we react because this is kind of our dealing range right here. We have relative equal highs. So if we start to react off here, I'll expect here. If we start to continue the move lower, I'll expect London low and the sell side. So those are my if-then scenarios. Yeah, we're kind of just flushing through. So now I'm expecting the daily fair value gap, sell side. This might be just a trend day, is what I'm seeing. So if I need to just get a pullback though. Yeah, so we're just ripping all of this. Oh, actually we kind of ran all the LR. I just couldn't be a participant. And geez, there's the sell side. Yeah, I mean, it's tough to see because like that's exactly what I wanted. Besides, I wanted us to open high into this 1 hour and then get a Judas. It's like I'm able to read it, but like I just wasn't able to be a participant. And that's fine. Hopefully I will be one of these days. So now we've swept out all this, all this, all this. Are we inside of a higher time frame for value gap? We definitely are, being this daily. I want to see if we hit this order block. That's probably the next DOL. Or if we do start reacting and we start generating some liquidity somewhere. All of my trades have some sort of low resistance liquidity. And we are in this 5 minute. I'm going to start clearing the chart now because it's getting a little clustered besides the daily. And we do have a 15-minute devil's mark. So I do expect this to get revisited 100%. But I'd like to see LR get generated to it. Like this is amazing. If we can resweep inside of this daily. That's good. I like these stop hunts. Kind of made relative equal lows there. Very strong displacement candle there. Is there any 30-second? Like we have so much low resistance leading up to this 15-minute here. At this point, I kind of want to stop hunt a little. Well, we are respecting this fair value gap here. There's just nothing. Where does ES look like? Like ES looks pretty good too. Is there an unfilled 5? No unfilled 5, but there is the unfilled 15, and I am very confident. Oh, there's another unfilled 15. So we have 2 unfilled 15s. ES also unfilled 15. Where is ES? ES is inside of a 4-hour. It could go lower, but I don't think it will. If we get a displacing close, I think I'll really consider it. Yeah, like this is gonna go now. At this point, this is probably protected. We're delivering off this here. Here's the range we're in. I would be longing in a premium, but we're respecting this 30-second fair value gap inside of a premium. I'm gonna take this, stop's gonna go at the body low here, and we're gonna target this 15-minute fair value gap here for a 1-to-1. I do think that this is a really good idea here. We swept out all of this, plenty of low resistance, leading back up to the internal range. Very nice. I do like that. Good. Okay. So not even an iFVG, just straight up discretion. But that made complete sense to me, even though mechanically not valid at all. And that's what I'm really trying to fix as a trader for myself. I've been stuck in the break-even stage for a long time. I've had flashes, but being mechanical and overly mechanical has hurt me more than it's helped me. And this is one of those reasons, this is one of those scenarios where I would have not been able to be a part of this, even though I knew where the market was going to go. So this was a great trade in my opinion. I'm very happy with my execution here. Let's see if it goes to the devil's mark. I'm confident it will. I don't like why it's slow. So we're generating more liquidity. Tapping into this overblock here. Fails. So is this a reversed? All right, so now, okay, so I'm glad that we only need the 15. I'm shocked that we left this though. Absolutely shocked. So let's go back to there. So we have more room to write here. All right. So this was a 30-second entry off displacement and discretion here. Really, once I saw that we had a strong reaction out of this 30-second fair value gap here, which was in a discount relative to this range we are in, I was confident that my stop loss was at a protected low. The main reason why I was so confident in this trade was because of NQ sweeping these lows specifically here. These lows were also in a discount and inside of a fair value gap. Okay. Oh my gosh. Entry was at 10:21. Targeting all the low resistance liquidity, leading up to an unfilled 15-minute fair value gap. Really, my high time frame DOL was the unfilled 15-minute devil's mark, but surprisingly, I don't know how to spell that. That's not how you spell it. Surprisingly, that's not even, but shocking. We never hit it. So I was happy taking my part of the pie. All of this lures and squidity added to my confidence in this trade idea. During this trade, I wasn't really nervous, especially after we put in the bullish OB. I was very confident that we were going to attack the 15-minute unfilled fair value gap. So this is 2-21-20. Okay, I think that's all I need right there. This would technically go under mech. Yeah, this is definitely mech. Mech W. Yeah, look at that. Dude, that's amazing. All right, so let's take the mech before. Delete that, delete that. Picture time. Mech before. Damn. Okay. And now let's go a little farther back so I can actually take the trade and have it logged. All right, so that's the confirmation. That's the entry. And boom. Okay. Let's take a look at the analytics. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, so we're up to a 50% win rate. I know, terrible. But also, again, this week really screwed me. And this was a bad trade that I learned, and I won't make that mistake again. So I went 2 for 3 this week, and I honestly missed a trade here, and this was a no trade day. So really, I went like 2 for 3 on the trading week. So I'm very happy with how I traded. I definitely am seeing that I'm starting to get better. And yes, even though that I had a really bad first week, I think that was before like I really started looking for low resistance, stop hunts, making sure my entries are protected. And yeah, I feel very happy with this session. Like, confidence has definitely increased for sure. I'm back to break even on the month, and it's like if you take out this, I'm up. So that's taken. I'm up 2R. If you take out this, I'm up 2R, and that's a 70% win rate. So I'm 100% happy with myself, and I'm only getting better. So yeah, that's it for today's session. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.